welcome to the weekend. Brilliant. Right. I may have I was up very late. As I was saying yesterday, I was going to be busy doing stuff. I was up it was after 5 o'clock before I saw my bed. And Jesus. I can't say it's 100% solved because I still have issues. But anyway, we'll see what happens, right? Welcome to another day of trouble. And shooting the trouble with more trouble, it would seem. But hope you're all keeping terribly well. And yes, we are here at the weekend. Finally, it is Friday. And well, we're going to do some flying here now in a moment. We're in the Just Flight PA-38 Tomahawk. Beautiful little general aviation aircraft. Pretty much VFR, but it does have a little bit of IFR cooked into it as well. So we're on the ground here down at Augusta Regional in Georgia. And we'll do some flying. Right? Lads, wait till I tell you now what I did, right? So, we tried NDI. We tried updated OBS. Changed all my graphic settings. Unplugged everything. Replugged it in. Reinserted capture card. Friggin' graphics cards. Both of them, right? Checked all the monitor settings. I've done everything. Right? And I mean everything. No, I did, because that other thing I was going to do, yeah, I did that as well. I did everything. And here's the thing. So the PC, my PC, it's running like an absolute champ. I'm getting like 150 frames now. What? However, when it comes across into OBS, it's like, I'm just going to try and generate some frames. It's a pain in the arse. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. I do have one issue. And it's my workaround solution, right? But it has now created an issue for me because I have an OLED TV. I'll tell you about it now in a second. But hopefully now, right? Hopefully we can just focus. Well, we can't. We'll focus on flying in a while until I figure out this thing. The NDI gadget tricky that Epic Fool was on to me about. It's very good. It's very good. It pushes about 300 megabits a second across me network, which is fine. The only problem is it can drop every now and again. So you get it creates stutter, right? So I'm unsure, is there a way around that, right? But there is a way you can absolutely bypass using any sort of capture card whatsoever, and it's just sending your data through be very fast, you know, what are they called? Cat7 cables, right? So yeah, that works pretty well. But yeah, it's I mean, I look back at all of this and say, Jesus, do you remember the time I had to deal with this? It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Do you know what I mean? When you're dealing with tech and things aren't working exactly the way you want them to be. Now, the gas thing is, I'm using a beta of OBS, which anyone in the world of streaming or recording will say, you mad lad, you shouldn't be doing that because it's liable to explode, right? And, you know, change my natural speaking voice and put me into fluent, you know, moron. But we'll see how it gets on, friends. You know what I mean? But yeah, I stayed up after the stream last night and went at it. Full belt now into it. And yeah, it was bright going to bed this morning. I was like, oh dear. The ninja crawl up the stairs, you know. Don't think I woke up the missus. There's an alarm going off. I think it's next door. But yeah, that was kind of my night. So well, that's really loud. Is that our alarm? No, I'd say it's next door. There is some sleep in your voice, or is it because you're pulling your hair out? A bit of both, Roy. A bit of both, right? Yeah, fell asleep around 5:30 and then woke up then at about 10:30. I was like, what time is it? Who? It's sunny outside. I need to get up. So here we are. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, a really enjoyable flight last night into Gibraltar. That was awesome, and on VATSIM. And yeah, today we're going to slow it down a bit into the world of general aviation. And as I said, I learned a lot of stuff last night, and like all that NDI stuff is pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll dive in and see what the crack is here now, right? I will say this though, everything from the sim is working really well with that 5090, more than what I thought it would have been, and. Yeah, it was like, holy crap, man, this is really good. So, anyway, let's see what the story is. But look, who's here? Shuts, top of the morning to you. Commander Balosh is here. Corn Wolf, you're very welcome aboard. APU Inspector, where's your tunage, Murph? There we go. APU Inspector is here. Top of the morning to you. Crafty Tigers, hope you're well. And welcome to the weekend. Ah, yes, the weekend. PH Roy, good afternoon. Hope you're well. Little Traders in the house. Malky Mac is here. Hermit Something, good day to you, sir. Oz Nomad is in the house. Welcome aboard. Balut is here. Shuts the Master Tinkerer. Right? His name is Connors, named after his father. Corn Wolf, welcome in. P.Q. is in the house. What could be better than a Friday without work? Oh yeah, some people have a bank holiday. Mac Vision, welcome in. The Limbics is here. AJH, man. You're looking well. Right, all your woes come from the 5090. Just give it to me. Malky says OBS can indeed be a PETA. Pain in the place. Right, is OBS the only tool to use for this kind of streaming stuff? Not really, but I've so much invested into OBS, all lighting, alerts, everything. There are other options though. But that's not something for the faint-hearted, and you're talking a complete rebuild of a stream. That would take probably an entire day. For me, a full day doing that. But it's an option, right? Well, was it that alarm? Did you put the bread in the freezer? Good man yourself. Was there any burglars? No, come on. Right? Brilliant self-defense at home. Mr. Chippy, have I been to sleep at all? A little bit, yes. There's some sleep in your voice. There is still. 98 Vulcan, good to see you. Flight Sim Mods is in the house. Next door's on fire. Or is it Merce new GPU? The GPU, it's flawless. Absolutely flawless. It's just right. Now, I could, at this stage, right, not have these issues if I stream directly from OBS on my gaming PC. Right? That's an option. But all my audio, all of this fancy apparati, all of this, me lights, things that I can go, bang with, that's all routed through my streaming PC. So it's not it is open heart surgery, lads, to be an awful, you're right. But anyway, who else is here? Zith, good to see you. What happened? You don't know. Tarnish Mossman is in the house. Energizer, welcome aboard, man. You're looking well. Toto is here. Friday, indeed, has arrived. It's great news. Right, we're over here, look. Simming Sav, bread in the freezer, like. Yeah, my dad rang me. He's gone out on the boat. He forgot his bread. Young fella, yes? I left bread in the bread bin. Yes, put it in the freezer. When are you home? Sunday. Just buy more bread. I'm not wasting it. Typical army. So I have to put the bread in the freezer. Well, my young fella's done it, so it's all grand. Old Veteran 965. Almost time to go out and do PT with the cadets. Man yourself, Scott. Have a great day, boy. Buddy. Boy. Imagine me calling Scott a boy. He'd plant me. Hope you're well, Scott. Maybe it's worth thinking about change of software. Yeah. That's like changing a car, Roy. Do you know what I mean? My dad's the same about freezing bread too. Who freezes bread? It's mad, isn't it? Back in the day when, of course, there was a shortage, you'd have to freeze it. Do you know what I mean? Johnny Mon, good to see you, Johnny. Hope all is well. Uniform Goose, g'day, Goose. Hope you're well. Visualize is here. Stephen, what's the crack? Bye. Stephen, did you get to Singapore after? Jean-Pierre. Hello. All good? Yeah, where was that? Oh, huh? In your room. All right. What's stuck in it? A beat. Show me. Hang on now, lads. A BB is stuck in it. Is there gas in this?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Hang on. Say the magic word. How does this work again? Jesus, you need the strength of it. This doesn't look terribly good. It's a BB gun, by the way, lads. Well, it's airsoft. Where's it stuck? What's in the barrel? Oh yeah, that's proper stuck. How do we... Oh, jeez. Hang on now. Jesus. Oil it much?
You oiled it last.
Oh, I oiled it. Oh, balls, I'm covered in oil. Right, you know what you do? Get a straw and horse it into that. Ah, jeez, I'm covered in oil.
Do you want to wipe?
Balls.
Do you want to wipe?
No, I'm all right. I'll rub it into me shorts, right? Just another thing, lads. Just another thing. Things are getting real now, right? Don't worry. It's an airsoft. They're legal. Don't worry about it. They're for what they call it, back garden plinking, ping, right? And It's not. Guns have wheels. As a true artilleryman, a gun has wheels. Yes, it does. But anyway, where's this now? You have to freeze bread and milk. You saw nothing. You freeze bread. I don't think you can freeze milk. Jesus, no. But anyway, Eduardo was in the house. Good to see you. And Murphy shot himself in the face. No, it's grand. Murph stripping down a gun and fight. It's grand. I have a particular. Did you get it?
Where do I put the straw?
This side of the barrel.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hang on. The man drawer is going to be called into action. Every man has a drawer that has a utensil. What's that now? What the? That's a watch strap. You never know when you need a watch strap. I'm telling you, hang on. There's got to be something in here now. We can utilize the man drawer. Yes. Everyone has them. Oh, wait, hang on. That might do. Will it do? Oh, Jesus, then. Oh. Of course it came out. Your father's a genius and he has a very particular set of skills. Skills for which he has acquired by watching many DVDs. Right, brilliant, we're up on it. Right, old veteran, go. Jesus, God, I don't know where you could say that and we'd understand it properly. Off you go and chase down some teens. Limbic says Murphy doesn't even know what's in his drawers. Right, getting shot in the knuckles of the ear. Oh, Jesus, the straw is now stuck in the barrel. Brilliant. But handy with that now. Where is this now? Even these things, they're illegal over in the Netherlands. What they do over here for the airsoft stuff, it's all to do with power, right? Joules. It's measured in joules. Joules. And if it's under 1 joule, it's grand. But yes, you have to be extremely careful because if you go outside, like, you know, with one of them, well, you're going to have a bad day. So a bit of proper, you know. Murph doesn't even know what's in his drawers. I'm telling you now. Right, anyway, when we get started. Jesus, that was exciting, wasn't it? What are you doing now?
Magazine.
Oh, yeah, you knew that. Right, hang on now. Welcome to the simulator. Now, I'm going to tell you where I'm at, right? It should look. I'm hoping it looks all right. The movement. It should be butterly smooth. Yes? No? Yes? Yes? No? It should be butterly smooth because I've spent an awful lot of time at this shagging thing, right? And, right, we'll put that up there. We do have a bit of sound. Yes. And, right, I'll tell you where I'm at, lads, right? What happens in Murphy's drawers should not be shown on stream. Right? Brilliant. You look and sound better than me and the wife would after only 4.5 hours of sleep. Insanity confirmed. Do you know what I mean? Right, it's grand. Anyway, I'll tell you where I'm at. I wish I had the same high-wing Cessna. Oh, wait, now, I wish the sim had some high-wing Cessna that was well-modelled. Well, you know, I mean, the 172 is there. Aircon, would you come on and start, you know... yeah, it is. We should be looking fairly good here now. Smooth as silk. No dropped frames on how things are coming over. And no screen tearing, which is the most important part. Yes? You see how smooth it is? Yes, Murphy, it's very smooth. You're doing a great job there, moving the camera like a boss. Right, brilliant. So, here's the thing. I'm now using the sim in windowed mode. And you might say, well, that's grand, Murph. Well, it is because I'm getting 135 frames, right? The only thing is, it's leaving the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 title and the white box at the very top of my screen. Now, you can't see that because I've edited it out of OBS, right? I can, you know, you can crop it. The problem for me is because I use an OLED, that's going to burn into my screen. And I've no way of hiding it. And I've tried to use, you know, borderless gaming software. You know, there's one, I bought one. And it puts the sim technically back into full screen mode, right? And just to kind of, just explain what will happen here. If I go into full screen mode, I want to show you something. Because you're going to start seeing this, right? If we make it daytime, you'll see it a bit better. It actually introduces some screen tearing. You see that? You can see the screen tearing, yeah? However, you take it out of full screen mode, that bypasses any sort of screen tearing because the vertical sync is now reduced across the board. And now we don't have any more issues when it comes to screen tearing. Now, here's the one now for the bonus round. If I have it on full screen on my gaming setup, I've no screen tearing. It's butter smooth, sharp, crisp, you name it. It's absolutely perfect. The problem is only when it goes over to OBS. OBS is unable to render it because it's going via a capture card. Okay? Now, another way around this, I'm going to open up OBS on my gaming system and have a look at this, right? Jesus, Matt, good to see you, Matt Low Controller. Welcome aboard, my guy. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you guys had an awesome stream. You're here now about to watch an Aegis in action, right? And hope you had a great stream. You're very, very welcome aboard. This gadget here, which is using, it's an OBS plugin, right? So if we look at this now, right? See the way it's appeared on my screen up the top? Watch what I'll do. So, come up here now. If I go full screen mode now in my sim, right? Why are you down there now? Okay. So this is now bypassing the graphics card completely. And you'll notice I'm now back in full screen mode. And there's no screen tearing. Isn't that absolutely friggin' bananas? Right? So, you could say, yeah, Murph, NDI. Now, see the way it's at a freezing there? That's the problem when you use stuff like NDI. It's liable to just induce a small little bit of a frame drop. You know what I mean? Like, how do we beat this ticket, lads? Because it's pushing at it's probably pushing around 300 or so megs across the sim, right? So this is bypassing the Elgato card in its entirety because it's turned on, right? Now, if I were to look at my frames, I'm still getting 130 frames locally, right? And it looks butter smooth, man. I mean, that is smooth, right? The only issue you might have is if it can't process or just deal with the bandwidth, right? And last night during my testing, I mean, I was running this with HDR and I was editing buttons and all the jazz, right? And I do like, I like HDR. Most platforms don't support HDR streaming, so you kind of have to, you know, you have to bypass it, you know? So you need Cat8 Ethernet. No, I don't think so, Roy, because what I'm using is very fast. Now, see that? That's kind of, see that kind of inducing stutter now? See the way it's kind of shuddering? So even NDI is doing that, lads. So that's bypassing the capture card in its entirety. And it's, see that kind of shuddering it is just moving around? You see that kind of shuddering? It's not as see the jitters, right? So that's what NDI. So we'll kill that, right? Out you divilian. And we'll come back into what your capture card can see. What's the story here now? Why did that happen? Let's see. Right, I think it's something like that, right? Something like that. And this is me full screen, and if we now start moving around, well, the jitters and stuff are gone. Yeah? Isn't it weird, isn't it? But because I'm on full screen, you see screen tearing. So the only way to fix that now is do one of those, right? Does that look right to you guys? It does. We're breaking things at a rate of knots. Yeah, that looks good to me. And that seems to be good. To the tunage of motorbiking, replace motorbiking with tomahawking. Alison Johnson, good morning. How are you? That's Angel is here. Good to see you. Can you not limit the bandwidth with NDI? Apparently not. So that's now back in the capture card in windowed mode, and everything has returned to very nice. See that? There's no jittery or juttery with the scene. Everything here should be looking absolutely grand. Which I think it is, look. So, you know, someone with a couple of more brain cells that I have, that's not asking for much. If anyone knows what to do from here on in, lads, I'm all ears, because this is kind of how far I got, right? Very strange. Very, very strange. So, this is telling me that the cable is fine. right? Because in windowed mode, it's well able to kind of handle it. But alas, I now have a problem on my gaming PC because I now have a border up the very top of the screen, and that's going to burn into my screen. You see? So that's where, that's where lies the problem. You know what I mean? Murph, just found this to get rid of the whiteboard in windowed mode. Jesus, let's have a look at this. How to get rid of the white bar. How to remove the little bar. Go to auto hotkey, download current version. Hang on now. Auto hotkey. We're doing something live. Auto hotkey. Powerful, easy to learn, the ultimate scripting language for Windows. This could be safe. So if I understand you well, the image we see as public is streamed via your game rig to your stream. When it's going to the capture card, it's going through HDMI 2.1. If it's going through the NDI, it's going through a Cat7 Ethernet cable. And it's going from a 10 gig connection into a 2.5 gig connection, which is more than enough. More than enough. You know what I mean? Naman-sen, thank you very much indeed for the follow. I've no alert sounds. You hear that? And that could be a problem now because I'm on a new version of OBS. Tell you lads, it's all fun and games. Can someone like put an alert in and see if they work? Because they could be all shag now. I do try very hard to do things. Are you doing a thing, Murphy? I'm going to try this joke here now. So we're going to install this. Open the file.
Hello there.
And that worked. Thank you for the button. Right, so that's going to load up. Now, what's this
Who's in
guy's...
charge? You haven't a clue what you're doing.
Thanks, lads. Right, let me see. So go to this, open a notepad, and copy and paste the following. This looks very interesting, but let's see if it works. Notepad. And we're going to copy and paste the following. Right? Okay.
You behave.
Why do you want to use CPU Z? Graphics. How to remove the title bar. Go to that. We've done that. Let's see what happens now.
I'm in a glass
right.
emotion.
Make sure you have this. It triggers anti-cheat software. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll only use it for this. Current version, auto hotkey. We've done that. Auto hotkeys. Oh, wait, hang on. Go to auto hotkey. Yeah, we downloaded that. Open the notepad. Done that. Save as no title bar dot a. Hang on now. Save as. We're going to call it save as no title bar dot ahk. And we save it as all files, I suppose. And we'll just we'll pop that divil on the desktop, right? Hang on now. Save as open. It'll not show up as any window. It'll not show up any window as it's just running the script in the background. Press the game and set it to window mode. Where is this now? I saved in documents. That's okay. So now it wants us to open it, right? This is all terribly exciting, isn't it? There it is. Open. It looks like the script we're trying to return requires, which is not installed. And grab that, so. Auto hotkey. This could be if it works, I might be able to add it to the stream deck. Yeah. Okay, so auto hotkey is now installed. So let's run this puppy. Right. Okay, we've run that. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that didn't work.
Oh, Jesus.
Where is this now? So we're gonna say let us see. No title bar, right? Click here to search. Yes. Open and paste the following. Open, it'll show us this. Yeah, open with. Hang on, we'll try that. Open with. Right, open that. An older instance script is already running. Replace it with this instance. Yes. Okay, so this script is running, right? Now let's see what it does. Muse fan, good to see you, buddy. No, that's not working. That's a pity. Let's see now. Text documents. Save as all files. Yeah, we did that. Did I miss a step? Murphy's doing things live. It's all about it. Just finished at the gym. Have I busted? No, I haven't busted. No, we're going grand. I'm trying to remove the friggin' game bar from my screen, right? No, I shouldn't have to reload it, no. Where is this now? Okay, so we've ran the script. It will not show up in the background. Yeah. Open it, which we've done. It's now running. Auto hotkey, that's running. Let's see here now. Open with. And then they saved it again. Why would they save it again? Ah, okay, hang on. So where's this auto hotkey? Let's see, friends, let's see. Open. Script lines most recently, press F5. Okay, so it's using that, right? File, reload script. Okay. Into Windows. Then it says, open the game, set it to window mode, press Windows left key, left mouse button to remove. It did a thing! Now, did this actually work? Because if this induces screen tear, it's a load of me yite. Give it a second now. Right now. No screen tearing at the moment, is there? You're not seeing any sort of issues? Speed the bejesus up and let's see. Oh Jesus, I think it's done. Cornwolf is going to get his name in the local newspaper because he's going to be classified as a genius. I believe that's worked. Now, is there any jittery messing or crap going on here? We need to be careful now, lads. What's my frame rate? Pitched 135 frames. Easy now. Give it a bit of beans now here, Murph. Yes. Oh, we're looking butterly smooth. Ah, brilliant. Right. Now, I think that's solved the ticket. I think it has. I think Cornwolf has become a champion for today. Any screen tearing? No? Are you seeing anything that you shouldn't be seeing? Now, my screen, however, right, I need to adjust my screen look. Ah, this is great crack. So if I were to remove a filter, does that fix that? Wait, hang on. Jester, can we go full screen, please? And stop tracking the, you know what I mean? What's the button in OBS like to make the gadget fit the frame? Transform, fit to screen. Ah, balls! Fit to canvas. Transform, stretch to screen. Ah, balls! Ah, Jesus, wrong button. Oh, Jesus. Control Z, Murph. Control Z. Right, there we go. Right click, resize to source. No, it doesn't want to do that. No, it's not doing that. Right click, resize output. No, she wanted that. Right, well that's full screen. Is it full screen? No, we're kind of missing off the side, aren't we? Hang on. Is there a teeny tiny bit of the screen that's not being captured? Raise look. Stupid thing. Let's figure it out. We will fix this, friends. We will fix it. Yes. And yes. Right, any better than that, and we're going to say it wasn't us. I think we're good. It's not small, it's far away. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Viewing is okay, lads. Yes, it's not too heavy on the eyes. They're me filters. It is a little bit dark with me filters. I'm not getting into those. Frame rates are running at 130 FPS. 130 FPS. Right, brilliant. Corn Wolf, thank you very, very much indeed. You've solved an issue that my beloved LG TV won't get burning. Yeah, brilliant. Right. Welcome to flight simming times. Yeah, mad, right, mad. As I said, that NDI thing is very good, but it was dropping, right? It was dropping the frame. Now, here's one for you, right? Windowed mode sorts Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and it sorts Flight Sim 2020, which is brilliant. It doesn't, however, sort X-Plane. I can't get my head around that bleep at all. But this is good progress. So, friends, let's do a bit of flying and we'll figure out more as we get into the air, shall we? So let's see here now. We're going to do a walk around check because I can't remember if I fixed this airplane the last time. So we're going to start off at the starting position and let's get to it. And again, I'm hoping that everything works. Okay, ailerons are all good. Flap is okay. Trim is okay. Leave that alone. Fuel quantity. In there and check. Let's refill it there. 75 percentages. Set up a macro with a Steam Deck. Truck sim. I'm not sure about truck sim. How do I set that up now as a macro? It's just run the gadget, isn't it? Oh yeah, sure. When I finish this, won't it break? Hang on. I need a bit of real estate. I don't need yaw dampener switches up there. Good luck to you. And I don't need an autopilot up there. Good luck to you. Right, we're going to build a button. It's not a hotkey. It's going to be a single action, isn't it? So it's going to be open, isn't it? Open an app, file, or folder. Yes. And we're going to find the gadget. We're going to go to our desktop. And we're going to find the thing. Not the balls, it doesn't say it. Select the folder. Title. Select a folder or select a file. Select a file, Murphy. Desktop. Right, it's down here now. Hang on. What do we call it? No title bar. Get in there. Yes. Brilliant. Right, so when I just press that button now, yeah. Now, it's a multi-action, but it doesn't matter. It'd be Windows key and click it. Once that's running, it's just Windows and click. Right, that'll do. Thank you, lads. Great bunch of lads. Right? It is really smooth. Thank you, Roy. Right, moving on here. We're saying, was it 12? Yeah, 12 US gallons. Get in there now, you good thing. Next station. We shall remove the chocks. Click an item, so we're going to remove the chocks. Tires okay. Left brakes are okay. Tie downs. Remove. Pitot cover. That's a tie down. Check all. Remove the chocks. And Pitot cover. Toggle the cover. Thank y'all. Next station. Oh, look at this. Chocks have been removed. Check the tires. Grand. Check the prop. So far, so good. Fuel strain. Check the fuel. Good. Gear strut is good. 98%. Oh, look, yeah, there's a bit of wear in her already. Right, over to this station now. We're going to say right tire check. Engine check. 7.9 quarts. We're okay for engine oil. Tie downs remove. Check our fuel on this side. Check out the fuel. Fuel is okay. Gear strut condition has also been checked. Lovely. Next, we're going to go over and check the flap. Good. Aileron. Good. And trim position. Good. I'm going to go ahead and check fuel here. We'll go to 12 gallons. This is all terribly exciting. And that's looking good there now. Next station, onto the rudder. Elevator. That's good. And antennas look good. All okay there. And that's our walk around check. Sweet. Okay. So into the aircraft. Here's our fuel. We're finished with our fuel. We got 12 and 12. And we can go ahead and remove the chocks already done, Murphy. We'll go ahead now and get some doors closed. So, close the doors. And where are they latched? Oh, now they are. All right, okay. So we'll go for a bit of an engine start here and see what happens, will we? Hopefully now this is looking terribly nice. Let's have a look. So fuel tank on, battery master. Where's the battery on this? It's over here, look. Battery master's on, we're getting fuel, that's all looking good. Anti-collision lights come on, fuel pump, engage the mixture, cycle the prop, reduce the prop, and fuel pump off. Right lads, it's going to be a startup, so and our machining. Alternators warning. Right, left, both. Stand back there now, Susan. Oh Jesus, it's Finton. Clear prop, and let's see what happens. Feet on the brake if we need to. Open the throttle 1/4 inch. Let's go for start. Oh, what a start. Beautiful machine. Landing light coming on. Other stuff we need to worry about, nav and panel lights, radio lights, bring them up there as well so we can actually see what we're doing. Now the chances of actually having a GTN 750 in a little Tomahawk is, well, very few and far between, lads, but you know, let's just go with it. Right, I think we're okay over here. State saving is enabled. Where's my click button for that? Thank you. Beautiful sounds though. Beautiful sounds. While we're on the ground, let's just pull back some of that mixture because this thing can foul. It absolutely can foul, right? Jaken's dad is here. Good to see you, buddy. Now, my sounds aren't doing what they should be doing. So let's go into this FS or AC gadget to see what happens here, right? And I also want to turn on our landing rate monitor. And join FS while we're at it, says you. Run as admin. And we're going to nav and we'll open Elevatex as well. Right. The nice thing about a lot of this is, right, because I'm now operating in windowed mode, it means I don't need to be friggin' tabbing out all the time. Although, look at that. That doesn't seem to be working. I'm technically in window mode, but I'm not. You know what I mean? That's so strange. I should be in window mode. But anyway, Microsoft Flight Sim volume is on full pelt. That'll do. Alright, let's go in and have a look at some information here on our map. We're also going to bring up some Navigraph. Let this run up here now and see what happens. There we go. There's Navigraph incoming. It appeared and then suddenly disappeared. Navigraph. I want Navigraph to appear there all the time, please. So, this gadget, that gadget, get in there now. This gadget, right? And screen is going to be there. Thank you. Alright, unloader flight from last night. That was a great flight last night. Wasn't it a good old crack, wasn't it? Right, let's hide this. We're going to go to VFR sectionals. Here we go. Got daytime, and let's have a look, see where we want to go. So we kind of went to the north the last time. We headed up this neck of the woods. We went up by Currahay, up that way. So I'm thinking we're going to head over this neck of the woods, lads. This neck of the woods. And I do actually, do you know what we could do here for the sheer crack of it, lads? We might power up OnAir, will we? Oh no, I'll do that another day. We'll do that maybe next week. There's loads I want to do with OnAir. Right. Let's see now where it might be interesting. And I also still want to get the, I still want to do the Garmin pilot stuff. I'm mad excited to try out all this other stuff, you know what I mean? Now, do you know what would be interesting? We could say, hang on, we can plan a flight here. Look at this, right? I want to show you something cool. SkyVector, right? Want to show you something only deadly. And go in Navigraph now for a second. So, we'll come on over here. Because on SkyVector, you can actually chase down fuel prices if you want to buy fuel, which in the real world, this is of vital importance. All the light redeems are unavailable. Hang on. See, there's a good chance I broke things. Right, try it. Try it now. Malky Mac, 100%. All the time in the world and like no time at all. Try the out light.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
There we go. Lights are working. I should have said nothing and just left the shagging things off. That's so loud in me ear, by the way. But anyway, right, they appear to be working. Now, if someone wants to like do exclamation point red or green or something, the lights will flash or do something. I think it's exclamation point police or something. Does that work? Or red? I think so. Isn't it mad? You're sitting in your house. The command you put in goes into your computer. That didn't work. Why didn't that work now? And oh wait, something's happening. Alright, red worked. The police one didn't though. There they go. Okay, you're going to overload it now. Right? Okay, the lights are working. We have established the lights are working. Thank you, friends. You're all very good. Right, okay. Anyway, what was this? Oh yeah, real world flight stuff, right? Now, why is Navigraph holding up the show? It shouldn't be down there. When you're flying in the real world, you often heard the story, you know, the $100 burger, right? And what they mean is the burger doesn't actually cost $100, right? It's more to do with the price, the cost of flying. And depending on your aircraft, if you're in a club or, you know, student pilot, or maybe you own your own, you know, you have a share in an airplane, there's two prices that continually move. One of them is what's called wet time. That's when the Hobbs meter, that's when the engine is running. There's a cost to that every second of the day. The second one then is the ancillary prices, insurance, hangarage, and all that jazz.
60% of the time, it works.
Every time.
Every time.
So if you wanted to buy your own airplane, which you can actually buy aircraft for as little as, you know, 40 or 50 grand, and they will be a fine airplane, it's not the cost of the airplane purchase, it's the cost of maintaining it. That's what catches people out, right? And you like, you know, to have a share in an airplane, you really want to be using it quite a lot. The problem with that is, well, the more you fly it, well, then the quicker you have to, you know. So, no, I think we're good, Johnny. I think we're good. It's working out. So when it comes to pricing and looking at prices, real world pilots tend to they have to watch this. They have to factor in how much is it going to cost to get from A to B. So with the likes of SkyVector, and they do this for free, we can actually put in on this, if we go to FBOs, we can go in and put in the price of fuel. So we're using old-fashioned fuel here. We're on avgas. It's 100 LL, right? Or you can go Jet A. That'll show you Jet A as well. And these are showing you the prices per gallon, US gallon. You can go litre as well, or you know what I mean? Or it's euro, in fact. So we'll change it to US dollars. So you can see how the prices fluctuate. Now, this is very important when it comes to flight simming, because eventually when you get into like economy modes, right, fuel prices, well, they drive your economy. It's the cost of your operation, but it's also a way to make a few quid if you have your own fuel depot and FBOs and so on. So in SkyVector, if you go to the layers map, and usually you'll see weather, that's where you can turn things on and off when it comes to, like, you know, your METARs and segments and all this, or segments. You also have nav. That's if you're using the North Atlantic or Pacific tracks, if you're, you know, across the pond for ETOPS. But if you go to the FBO, right, you can see a lot more here. So, and there's lots and lots of information here. Filter by requires advertising. That's okay. We can show the fuel prices, currency and unit conversion accuracy. It's not guaranteed, but it's damn close. So we're here. Now, Augusta is charging us $5.30 a gallon, right? So if you wanted to be like, you know, Scrooge, you could say, well, hang on, I want to go fly somewhere because we want our $100 burger, yeah? Because, you know, we want to go fly somewhere for a burger. But you're going to try and tie in somewhere that would have a decent fuel price, Now, granted, this is only showing you the fixed-based operators. Something like the Garmin Pilot, that's going to show you a lot more, right? That'll show you, like, well, no, there's not an FBO as such, but there is a fuel depot there. Some of them even work just by your credit card, or, you know, a bank card, which is fierce handy. Then you get disaster places. Some airports don't put it in their NOTAMs to say, yeah, we've no fuel, or, you know, the nozzle is broken, or, you know, there's been a fire. They don't tell you that. So you could imagine as a pilot, I'm going to fly to this airport because I need to get some gas here, and then you realize, shag, there's no gas left. So when you're planning your flight, contingency planning, you have to have contingency planning. So if we're going to fly up the road, right, now prices fluctuate completely. They tend to get dearer as you move closer to a nearer hub or a bigger hub, right? But there is an FBO up here, Saluda County, $487 only. I mean, that's the cheapest chips. Consider it's almost $1 cheaper than most others, right? Now, if we were to calculate, well, how long would it take us to get up there? So the ICAO code for this is 6J4, right? So if we put in CAGs, that's where we are at the moment, and we put in 6J4, that's only 20 minutes out the road. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, lads. So let's start planning a little flight based on this, yeah? So 6J4, we're going to keep that, and that's going to be an en route. We're going to start and finish at our home airport here at Augusta. So on this, I've just planned a simple flight. We're going to take off, fly up, and fly back again. And you're not going to do a 20-minute flight just to get fuel. Doesn't make sense. You've the cost of it. Bald Eagle, thank you very much indeed. Good morning, dude. 27 months. Cheers, my guy. Hope you're well. So we do have to end up going kind of north here because that's, well, very cheap fuel. Now, there could be options further south. We could look around. 465. Oh, now we're talking. Hang on. 487. So we can go head down here to Perry Houston. KPXE. That's good and cheap. So let's scratch that. Let's go KPXE. XE. And let's have a look at this. Enter. All right, now we're talking. This is going to be an hour to get there, and then we have an hour coming back. This is your $100 burger right there. Look, it's 105 nautical miles, and we can fly out of the class Charlie and ramble over there. And you might be saying, well, what's the point? This is the beauty of what you can do with a flight simulator. You can say, well, hang on a second. Let's pretend, for instance, we're going to go flying to an airport because, well, we want to get some cheap fuel. We want to, you know, grab an L burger or have our lunch out. Suddenly, you now have an adventure to do. So we know we're going to take off from Augusta. We're going to ramble down towards this airport. We're going to stop off, right? Perry Houston County. And this is where it gets cool, right? What's on site here, right? FBO features. Is there a crew car available? Is there, you know, crew snacks available? This will show you all of these things, right? But anyway, we won't worry about that. We want to have a look at Perry Houston County Airport. Well, let's Perry Houston County Airport. Well, let's go have a look. This is an adventure. It's Middle Georgia's most convenient and economic public general aviation airport. It's inexpensive top off and a free cup of coffee. What? We get to have a free cup of coffee. We're flying there. Now we need to do some aviation work, right? Airport hours 0800 to 1800 daily. They're closed on New Year's Day, Easter Day, and Thanksgiving Day and Christmas. We have our fuel phone number, the office phone number, and the daily contact number, right? Look at this virtual walkthrough. So this is what it looks like in the real world. Look how cool this is. This is deadly. So this is what it's going to look like when we get into the FBO. We're going to land out. We're going to ramble. It's a very plush looking place, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Let's go this way. They got a nice meeting room in there. Here's our little kitchenette. What does that say? Break room. So there's a break room. There's our little coffee machine. Complimentary coffee and snacks. Right? What else do they have? Let's go down towards the main reception area. And they got some sweets. We like sweets. They got some nice cool models. They also have toilet facilities, right? Which you can imagine is going to be busy. You need it, right? Lineman is working in hangar, so you'll get him on that number. All right. This is probably down towards the jacks or other offices. Yeah, there's the jacks. So we know we can use the bathrooms here as well. Know your rights, Jesus, employee rights, Jesus, Georgia airport license. If you see something, say something. But look at that, straight away we've just discovered somewhere that we can go flying. Now, the United States is absolutely awesome for this because aviation, it's so big out there. It's so big out there. But this is cool. I mean, we can literally go rambling around, a virtual tour of what's in the place, look. Into the boardroom. Yeah, we want to do a meeting about the price of hamburgers. But you know what I mean? So you can do all of these things, right? What else? What's on site? Corporate hangar space available. It was named FBO of the month. Nice. Got some nice general aviation aircraft in the vicinity. There's hangarage there. Newsletters. C-130 landed there. An Osprey. Jesus. So let's get some information about this place. Barbecue, brews and blues. Fantastic. Local fuel prices. Let's go in. And we can also look at the nearby attractions. So nearby, so we'll look at aviation services as well. So nearby attractions. So what's nearby? Hey, they got a really good museum. Museum most notable aircraft includes an SR-71 Blackbird. What? Rigby's Water World. Go Fish Education Centre. The Georgia National Fairgrounds and Agri Centre. Lane Southern Orchards. The Swanson House Restaurant. Ooh. Immerse yourself in over 200 years of history and enjoy some of the best southern food in Middle Georgia, the Swanson. Become famous for its white tablecloths, charming ambience, fried chicken, fried green tomatoes, and those little biscuits. Very Swanson. This is fantastic. The oil lamp, and they do carry out. Ribeye steak dinners, sirloin steak dinners, fried oyster, grilled blackened snapper, whatever that is. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right. This looks like it's going to be a plan. So how do we get to and from, right? Flight information regarding the airport. It's open to the public. Sweet. It comes in under the ARTCC of Atlanta Center. Flight information services, Mackin Flight Service Station. NOTAM's facility, NOTAM's Delta are available. When it's closed. Wind indicator or lights. Segment circle, yes. It does have lights and pappies. Beacon is going to be white and green. So this is where you start learning. Airport communications, it has its own CTAF, 122725. It has a weather advisory. And then we see Atlanta approach and departure. Nearby radio navigation aids. So we have a VOR. NDBs are here as well. Airport services, parking, hangars and tie downs. Airframe servicing, major. Power plant servicing, major. Right, so, okay, bit of maintenance if we need it. Bottle oxygen, maybe a little bit. Bulk oxygen, no, they don't do that. All right. Runway information, airport ownership and management, publicly owned. Bill Jerlis, chairman of the airport authority. Manager is Jim Marquard, or Marquard, is it? Instrument approaches, all procedures are presented in PDF files. You can grab all your stuff there. And here's our fuel providers. And here's our live pricing. So we want 100 LL. It is... self-service is $4.55 a gallon. $4.55 a gallon. Alright? The aviation services, again, we can look at it. Fuel, maintenance, transit or transient hangar, corporate parking, overnight fees. Look at this now. So if we wanted to park overnight, it's $15. Or... if you buy 10 gallons of fuel, the first night waived. It sounds like the most welcoming place in the world, doesn't it? And that's your aircraft. All twin pistons up to 6,000, like your Senicas and so on, $25. Piper Navajo, a 414 Aero Commanders, they're $50. King Air 90, Honda Jet Aero Commander, Phenom, $75. Your Citation, your King Airs, right? Piaggio Avanti, Phenom 300, they're $100 a night. But again, look at this. If you purchase fuel on site, they'll let you stay for free. Flight training and aircraft rentals are available. Tailwind Aviation Solutions, transportation, courtesy vehicles are available at the airport. We're going, they have courtesy vehicles. We're going to buy some fuel when we get up here. We're going to rent or borrow the courtesy car. We're going to drive down to friggin', what's it called? Old Lamp Restaurant or the Swanson. We're going to grab a bit of lunch and then we're going to head back home again. That's our mission. Isn't that only and you can do all of this. It's looking at your sim thinking, what will I do today? See how random this is. And you can like straight away come up with a great idea for a flight. It's genius. Right, into me Avionics so, and let's start dialing things in, shall we? So we're gonna go into a flight plan. We're going to CAGs. We're coming back to CAGs. But we're gonna stick in a waypoint along the way, and it is that of Kilo Papa X-ray, Kilo Papa X-ray, Echo, Perry Houston. Out of controls, good to see you. It's a cool part of real flying that the sim sadly doesn't give us. Yeah, not fully yet, but it will. You're better off flying a plane than driving a car in the US. Driving is having constant turbulence. Roy, 100%, man. Must have the snacks. Right, so there's a flight plan gone in. Now, we can review this route. Navigraph comes in. And let's type in the route. And let's see what sort of aids we can get along the way when it comes to some navigation. Because, well, we can make our flight interesting. So we're going to go from CAGs, KPXE, back to CAGs. In you go, you big Jesse. Now, let's look at some nav options here. Right? So when we leave, I mean, we can go outbound on a VOR here. Absolutely. Right? We'll have some nice options here along the way. Let's have a look at our charts. So there's an NDB there. Waynesboro. Let's have a look. There's various airways and stuff we can be looking at here, right? Here, I'll make that full screen so we can all see what's happening, yeah? And this is just our VFR sectional charts. We're flying VFR. You can actually see the road actually goes all the way down here, right? What is that road? We don't know the road, but it's a big road. Let's have a look. So there's a destination. In terms of airspace, there's a bit of a something here. Robbins, Warner, there's an NDB. Let's see what else we have. And we're checking out the elevation as we're looking at things here as well, yeah? Plenty of visual reference points. The Dublin VOR. I mean, why would you not go to Dublin? Pascal Sheety, RTE News, Dublin. Where is this now? Where is that VOR station? There it is. On over here, look. Alright. So we can fly towards the Dublin VOR. Let's see if there's something else that can catch us. Because we don't want to go too far out the way. But it's all about creating a nice flight. You know what I mean? What's here now? Shoestring Media, good to see you. Creo, good to see you. Welcome in, lads. I'm hoping one day Just Flight will make circuit breakers randomly pop or based on poor maintenance, heavy landings. I thought they already did that. No? Let's see here now. We can get the outbound, but I just want to see, was there somewhere handy we can fly towards? Not really. There's airports along the way, right? And it's all about, it's a bit of this is a nice flight, look. It's all about just figuring out where we're going, that we're not going to upset anyone flying into their airspace, or there's no restricted areas, there's no TFRs, all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Flight Sim VR Dad, good to see you, man. Welcome in. Well, that looks pretty okay to me, right? So let me see, we're going to go straight to the Dublin VOR, then we're in, then we're outbound heading to Robbins Warner. What is that? That's not VOR now. What is that? What are you? You are a... Oh, you're military. Okay, you're a TACAN. Jesus. Oh, it's an Air Force base, look. Jesus. Come on, Murphy. On up here, look. Instead. It's an RNAV waypoint, but what's... No. There you go. DME. I'll do. Alright. Let's add in some waypoints. So we're going to say, right, we're going from Perry. Sorry, we're going to Perry, but we want to go via the Dublin VOR. Add in this. Now, what was that VOR code? DBN? DBN. Enter. Dublin VOR, yes. So, this guy really wants to go up, doesn't he? Remove that there for a minute. So if I click this, I want to add a waypoint before, insert before DBN. There we go. So now we're going to go Cags, Dublin, Perry, and then on the way home, we want to go, what's the identifier? MCN. MCN. Duplicates found. It's definitely not, you know, 7,000 miles away, so we'll go with that one. Okay, let's have a look. Have a look at our map now. We'll zoom out. There's our route. All right. Yeah, check with Martin from Just Flight. They're going to look into it. Ah, okay, okay. Robbins Warner, I believe there's a US Air Force base there. Yeah, Johnny Man, 100%. Right, lads, so this is our route, right? Let's go up here now. I'm going to copy this guy. We'll pop it into our stream. Let's see here now. Route. I'm going to see how we go for time. Again, I'm out of here at like 3:30. So if we don't have time to complete this, we'll do the next leg the next day, you know. Now, I'm still thinking the G111 for tonight, but I might change that, lads, because, you know, the Starship is out and all this jazz, you know what I mean? We'll see how we get on. Right, okay, I'm terribly happy with all of this. It's loaded into our avionics. We're going to squawk VFR for the moment. Go ahead and stick her on. We'll go terrain on this screen. That looks good there. They're a bit on the dim side. Can I brighten them up? Menu. System. Backlight. There we go. Tango. Alrighty, okay. Engine is nice and warm here now. We're going to go off the brakes. Mind Jimmy there in front of us and start a little roll. Easy now. Easy now. And we're looking good. And what else can we do here now? Let's just hold station for the moment. And airports. Winds are very calm here. 2617 or 35. 35 is here beside us. Yeah, we'll taxi out to 35. Alright. Hey, we got some aircraft here with us. Nice, there's Balut. Good to see a Balut. Actually, do you know what else we'll do? We'll use a bit of ATC. We'll use some ATC, friends, right? And, well, let's see what happens here. So I need to go in and press some buttons. So, into here, over to there, turn that off, over here, put that on. Okay, that. Identity. Airplane controls, bypass speech. General, that's good. Identity, November 850 Papa Charlie. No. We're going to be November 235 Romeo Mike. November 235 Romeo. 235 Romeo Mike. November 235 Romeo Mike. Yes, yes, yes. Headset. That should be okay. Controls, that's okay. Multiplayer, enable, yes. Yes. Intercom, we're not using these. Channel 2, not using those. Miscellaneous, ATC experience, standard, live weather, odds of crisis in a flight, that's all fine, that's all fine, that's all fine. In terms of a route, we're going to say okay to that. I do want to open up the pilot ops, right? Say intentions. Because I can log my flight in with, say, intentions. And it tweaks it a little bit better, yeah? So let's see. Log in there now, Murphy. Bum, ba-dum, bum. And we're going to go to flight plan page. Regarding IFR, so this is a VFR flight. So type VFR, tail number, November 235 Romeo Mike. Aircraft type is a PA-38. Altitude on this one, we're going to be heading west, so we'll go even. So we'll go 4,500. Airspeed, 90 knots, give or take. They have shoestring, yeah, 100%. KAGS arrives at KP XE, wasn't it? Alternate back to there. Pilot is two-tone. Equipment on board, that'll do. Flight route, oh Jesus no. Our routing, we'll grab that from the chat. Someone type in exclamation point route there, lads, and we'll get a route. It's more romantic. Thank you, lads. Do. Comments. Going for a burger. File the plan. All right. Give your course. So we have departure, CTAF, ground, ADIS 13275, 13275, 132,750.
India 1053 Zulu. Wind 265 at 3.
Audio panel.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 21. Dew point 20. Altimeter 3006. Density altitude 700 feet. Arriving and departing runways 3526. Advise on initial contact. You have information, India.
All right, over to our CTAF. And let's see what happens here. Augusta, you got a Piper PA-38 over at the General Aviation parking. We're going to taxi out onto runway 35. We're going to be making a left hand into the pattern, and we're going to depart to the southwest. Augusta, join FS, man tarnish. All right, let's continue on. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't it pretty? Kilburn is with us. Yeah, we got a few people here. We're all going for the $100 burger, lads. Nice. Ananza. That's a nice machine to take for a spin. Man, the sounds are so friggin' good on this plane, aren't they? Beautiful. Augusta, you got a PA-38 Tomahawk. We're going to be lining up on the runway 35 on Bravo. We're going to be departing to the southwest. Augusta. Okay. Vulcan is parked down there on the left, on the right. Left looks okay. Quick check the aircraft, all is looking good, fuel is looking good. Close the window. We're transponding. Fuel pump comes on. Heater heat was sticking on if we need it. All our lights are on, transponder is squawking away. Let's line ourselves up here. Augusta, you have a PA-38 Tomahawk taking off runway 35. Augusta. Alrighty then. We could do a mag test, but we know the engine sound. Alright friends. Shall we go flying? Power coming in. Patrick Doyle, good to see you, bud. Alright, our takeoff power is set. Airspeed alive. There's 40. We're going to look for around 55. Literally put that cowling onto the horizon. And there's 70 knots. Bit of trim here. Beautiful day in Augusta, man. Jesus, live weather too. Alright, coming up on 500 feet. Let's roll left. It's a very smooth ride. Excellent. Thank you very much. Easy now. There's our airport. Looking good. Alright, still climbing nicely. Good power. Just have our pitch trim sorted out. So when it comes to our radio navigation, the Dublin VFR 113.1 113.1. That's nav 2. 113.1. Augusta traffic, you got a Piper Tomahawk turning on the left down base. We're going to be exiting the pattern to the southwest, Augusta. Easy now. We're climbing out of the pattern altitude. Oh, we're just going to wait for some VFR information to start coming in. Not picking up any information just yet. Easy now. Alright, here's a right turn. Augusta, you have a Piper Tomahawk. We are departing the circuit to the southwest, Augusta. P.S. Miranda, hello there. Good to see you, bud. There's 2,500. Do you know, we're actually okay at 2,500. Does it now? Let's start bringing some of that power back. Watch our altitude. Now this is where Just Flight can help us out. We have an autopilot. That's going to give us 2,800. Let's go down a little bit further. Watch your speed. 110 knots. Kazaki, good to see you, bud. Grand is here, welcome in. Alright, just keep dropping that nose down. Watching our speed as we do this. Start leveling off, 2,500. Lock that in. So our vertical navigation is now sorted with the autopilot. Thank you, Just Flight. Do we have... We've a HSI here, haven't we? Not really, Suzu. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to start picking up that that VFR. So we're on that, so that's grand. 113.1. Let's just double check that's the Dublin VFR. 113.1, yeah, that's it. And we probably have to go left a little bit. Bit of power. Is giving us. Let's go this way a little bit. Update to Sim Update 3 yesterday. Man, the control settings are much better now. Hope they release it soon. Nice. The image quality of the stream on YouTube is absolutely exceptional. Thank you, Naughty Gnome. And then hopefully it's as smooth as silk as well, right? Look at that machine behind us. Hopefully all is well, lads. Hopefully all is well. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so we're holding 2,500 feet. Speed is good. Ease out some of that mixture a little bit. And that fuel pump can switch off. In a box, man. Good to see you, bud. Welcome in. Alright, so let me see. Nav, right? 28 something. V-lock. We're not in range yet, but we'll keep trying. So far, so good. Nice day for flying. So we're just kind of bobbing and weaving here. It's nice, isn't it? This is a great little plane. Tomahawk is a super little plane. 22 degrees outside. And we're just going to wait until we start picking up that VFR. We're quite a way out yet. There's DME information there we can start pulling in as well, but until we get there, we'll get information up here as well. Okay, so ATC wise, who do we need to talk to? So we know when we get down here, we need to be talking to, I think it's Atlanta, isn't it? What was the information they were giving us? Airport communication, Atlanta approach, 124.2. 124.2. Let's dial this in. I don't hear anything on the frequency, so let's see what happens. Atlanta approach, November 235 Romeo Mike, VFR request. Where are we flying? We're down in Georgia.
November 235 Romeo Mike, state your request and position.
November 235 Romeo Mike. We are a PA-38 Tomahawk. We're currently flying VFR at 2,500 feet. We're going via Dublin VOR. That is Delta Bravo November. And our destination is Kilo Papa X-Ray Echo. We request VFR flight following 2,500 feet. That could be louder.
November 235, Romeo Mike, squawk 5344 and ident.
5344 and ident. 5344. Enter. Flash. How do I ident on this?
November 235, Romeo Mike, radar contact. 8 south of P-Patch Aerodrome at 2400 feet. Glide altimeter 30.03.
Roger, altimeter 30.03, November 235, Romeo Mike. Thanks. Alright, it's working. Hey, 6 knots is here, good to see you. Volume is quite low on that, isn't it? VHF1, say intentions. So when he talks to us, when he talks to us again, it should all, you know what I mean? Johnny Mon did the thing. Johnny, absolute ledge. Cheers, buddy. What did he do? He pressed a button. Jesus, Johnny Mon, 15 months, man. Less than a week. You got the first round? I got the second. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed, Kazaki, Join the Fest is up. Yeah, we're live. Live. Don't see you on the little radar, though. You'll be there Thursday night? Sweet, rooting. Yeah, looking forward to it, lads. Alright, so we're getting VFR flight following. We're at 2,500 feet. We've told them where we're going, where our destination is. We're supposed to talk to Atlanta approach anyway. We're still a little bit out, but at least we know now. That's one thing less we need to kind of worry about. They're following us along the way. Our responsibility is still eyes on, but they're just like an extra pair of eyes, just helping us out along the way. Plus to keep us, you know, keep us honest when it comes to the altimeter settings all along our flight, you know. Jeez, it's lovely out, isn't it? Kilburn, beautiful flying. Bio Games got up there as well. There's Vulcan. Beautiful, lads. Beautiful. So still not picking up the VOR just yet. Let's see, here we go. Same Thursday AM, nice. Shrunk Steam, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Happy Friday, man. Alright, so fuel burn is looking okay. Left and right. Tanks, I think, auto change on this. Oil temperatures and pressures. Oil temp is very high. See that? Oil temps are a little high. Now, we're not in the red zone, but it's a little high. Just see we get on. It'll be like 5 PM before I get there, driving in from DC. Ooh, dude, nice. Now, we are flying VFR. You see this cloud layer starting to appear ahead of us? Right? So let's get a bit of weather information below. So let's have a look. Airports. Let's have a look at KPXE. Perry. Let's open the airport. And let's look at the weather. So current automated information. Winds 3304 knots. Good visibility. Clear skies. 23 degrees. Altimeter is 3011. Alright. High pressure. That's good. What else do we need to know? Any NOTAMs in the area? Obstruction tower lights, automated weather system, automated weather broadcast system. Perry, Houston, man, this looks like it's going to be a nice place. Let's go ahead and look at the charts. Imagine the FBO. There's the FBO.
November 235 Romeo, Mike, contact Atlanta Center on 127.9 or 5.
Over to Atlanta Center on 127.9 or 5 for November 235 Romeo Mike. 127.9 or 5. One to 7, 9 or 5. Atlanta Center, November 235 Romeo Mike, 2,500 feet. Johnny Mon, the Don hat is
November
on back order.
235 Romeo, Mike, Atlanta Center. Good morning, Louisville altimeter 30.03.
30.03, November 235 Romeo Mike. Good morning. See the way that app is dropping the audio? It's very good. That this gadget here, FSRAC, it's very good. Like that just drops the audio so you can actually hear what's being said. I like that feature. That is a nice feature. No sign of me friggin' VOR yet. Come on, man. You should be able to track us now. Why aren't we getting any sort of information? 113. No circuit breakers pulled. There she goes. Okay, so it wants to be 230. Now we can actually pop this into nav mode. Intercept. Now 1139er, what's that station? Let's have a look at the airport here. What did we say the weather was? Winds are 330 at 4. So runway 36 is what we're going for. There's an R nav. Don't need it. Okay, runway 36. That's what we're going for here, right? Obstacle departure runway 36. Climb visual. That's okay. Trees left and right at the center line on runway 36. All right. So we're expecting trees down here. Now, where's the actual FBO? Let's have a look. No, that's my flight plan. So this is what we should... There's an aerial photograph here. Can't open that. Let's have a look. Sunrise and sunset. That's alright. That's alright. Photo gallery. Airport weather. Gibbo, good to see you, bud. Oh man, it's at 5 o'clock this morning, Gibbo. 5 o'clock this morning. Like, the good news is I'm getting like 150 FPS in the sim, right? I did crazy amounts of friggin' tweaking last night. I was there till 5 o'clock this morning. I tried NDI, reset the graphics cards, reset the capture cards, checked the cables, changed you name it, man. Anyway, the solution, I was getting excellent performance on my sim, then I was getting screen tearing. So to avoid screen tearing, I went into windowed mode. So I'm running the sim technically in a window mode. Then Cornwolf helped me out with how to kind of trick Windows into saying it's not a windowed mode, get rid of the top bar, because you know OLED TVs, you'd have to friggin' burn in, right? So we got that done this morning thanks to Cornwolf, and now the whole shebang is working, I hope, flawlessly. And apart from your man sitting in the back of the Spitfire over there, it should look flawlessly nice and smooth and great details, and both on Twitch and on the tube. That's what I'm hoping, at least. That there's no flickering, there's no stuttering, there's no nothing. It's just the sim as it was intended to be. You know, Borderless Gaming should do that full screen window thing. Yeah, because like Microsoft Flight Sim, you can do window mode, but it's not borderless. Like, why did they not put that in? You know what I mean? And if you go full screen again, you get screen tearing. It's crazy. Do you stream in 1440? No, I stream in 1080 on Twitch and 4K on YouTube. Does SkyVector have anything? Maybe. So Perry Houston. Here's a photograph. So this is what we're going to expect. All right. There's the hangars. It's a nice little place. It's open to the public. That's okay. There's our fuel, Jet A and Avgas. Weather minimums, ILS approaches. IFR chart. That star tends to be like the control tower. But it's one of these buildings. We'll find them when we're on the ground. Hey, Max Stallion, good to see you. Well, not fully, Gibbo. So, the stuttering. So, I was able to use... I tested the NDI, right? And that's actually very good. The only thing is, it didn't fully alleviate the... It didn't fully alleviate the issues. Tarnish Mossman is in a starship on Join FS, look. Beautiful. So the NDI thing, you can absolutely bypass your capture card. And it does do a fairly good picture, but it didn't alleviate the stutters. It figured out, it wasn't giving me any screen tearing. Is there screen tearing, lads? I really hope there isn't. I don't think there is. I can't see screen tearing. No, there's not. But yeah, it's 5 o'clock this morning, Gibbo. 5. So anyway, these are the things we do, friends. Right, there's a bit of weather coming in here. This isn't great, is it? Yeah, 100%. Hi, my man, good to see you. Said hello ages ago, but you must have missed it. Max Stallion and Jesus. Max Stallion, hello. Good to see you, bud. Way north of you, you have the VFR. Good man, Kazaki. And like performance-wise, Gibbo, it's any like look at that, 140 to 150 FPS in multiplayer. You know what I mean? You'd better check a plane that flies across your screen, tearing, boss. I'm telling you now. Ailerons, good to see you, buddy. Welcome back to the land of milk and honey. Vacation is over. Did you get a suntan at least? Do you know? This is looking not great. Now we have flight following. Technically, we're following the IFR. Sorry, the VOR by instrument flight. We are at 2,500 feet. Do we proceed? Do we go IFR? What do we do? Frame Gen 3? Gen 3, Frame Gen 3, Frame Gen... no, 2. 2, Frame Gen 2. Frame Gen is set to 2. And over on Flight Sim 2020 when I was testing it, I've dropped that back to TAA and I'm getting 100 frames. My complaint, sorry, is the image is quite dark, very difficult to see the cockpit instruments. Okay. Say when? Pause. Highwayman, good to see you. Yeah, we can go above them. I think we're okay. The cloud separation isn't too bad. Is that better? Not better, Schultz? VFR on top is the thing. Yeah, no, I think we're okay. We'll ramble in. B. Carlo, good to see you. You don't find it that dark? It depends on your monitor, right? Turn the phone screen brightness up if the cockpit is dark. Very true, ailerons. Schultz, try that. Like, the difference is here. I mean, there is a difference. Of course there's a difference. Okay. Yeah, I think the separation, I mean, it's not too bad. We're in a little bit of an area, right? We're cruising nicely, though. Won't be around for stream later. The Lions need me screaming at them and drinking their pints. Okay, but you're going to the Lions match tonight. You have to... What? Well, you enjoy it, man. The weather's nice, the beer's going to be flowing, and it's a hell of a team that he's picked. You don't mess with your monitor settings? Yeah, what have I to do today? I've loads of stuff to do today. I have to go away at 3, well, half 3. I have to do shopping and pick up the missus. Then I'll be back. We have our G111 flight tonight, and we'll see what else we can get into. I'm planning to stream on Sunday, lads. It's going to be a mix of a bit of everything as we continue testing out this 5090 card. But 145 frames in 4K. What? And like, thanks be to all, you know, if this is running smoothly, no stutters, right? Because you're like, the visual experience of a viewer is the most, well, it's the second most important thing. The audio experience is the first. Audio is absolutely key. Gonna mow the lawn, wishing for a very visual narration in my ears, right? You're fine for VFR, Murph, so long as you can drop down, clearing it. Yeah, 100%. Nice, good to see you. I get about the same in a 5080 with the same CPU. I like the 50. You like the 50 series? Yeah, man. Put it this way: that card, at the moment in this configuration, that's about what, a 60% increase over the 4090. You know what I mean? What are we doing here now? Yeah, I think it looks quite good, isn't it? If this is running smooth in Sim Update 2, you're really going to enjoy Sim Update 3. Oh, nice. I would love to see it run a triple 4K. Yeah, yeah. I say I would. I mean, looking at it, it's seems to be pretty alright. Yeah, Sim Update 3 is going to be interesting for sure. Absolutely going to be class. I doubt the things they're doing in it, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at another monitor of it over here. It looks pretty good. Okay, I've increased my SDR content brightness Windows 11. It looks better. Ah, nice. Epic Fool, good to see you. Epic, massive shout out to you, buddy. So I tried the NDI stuff last night. Now, I will say, it actually works very well. The only thing is, the odd time it gives you a bit of a drop, you know? Dude, watching on YouTube in particular, it's stunning quality, except for your face. Your face is a mess. Brilliant. Have my utilization changed since yesterday? Good question.
Jesus.
GPU? No. Well, 70%, 74%, 28 degrees? That's not right. 28 degrees? That can't be right. GPU temperature 64 degrees. 28 degrees. What were you thinking? Clock speed, look at that. Just under 3,000, man. Jesus, that's real good. GPU load, 70%. I mean, that's exactly what you want. CPU is ticking over there at about 61 degrees. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's top class once you get it nailed down. We used it a few times for the GAA stuff. Yeah, so I was using it last night and I could completely bypass the capture cards. Completely. And I was getting very, very good quality. However, I will say this though. I was still getting that kind of shuddering, jittering on OBS. I couldn't name it, right? But I wasn't getting screen tearing. So I went back the Elgato route and I was getting screen tearing, and now I've popped it into windowed mode and it's purring like a kitten. Yeah, she's coming along, isn't it? In windowed mode, a gadget that Corn Wolf shared that could remove the bar, as in the top bar, and yeah, we seem to be alright. There's 160 frames without the freaking and like, I can tidy this up because this is doubling down on everything, look. Right? 150 watt power draw. That's way low for the 5090. Looks like you've nailed it, man. I tell you, man. You know, friggin' 5 o'clock this morning, it was bright going to bed. I was shagged. And like, I was just so tired, but like, I'm too stubborn. I'm just too stubborn, like, you know, I there was no way I was able to leave this knowing that it's just not working right. Head was done in by it. Now 24 is running like an absolute dream now. 2020, as I said, I've horsed all that into TAA. X-Plane is running great, but it has some of that judder, so I need to see where that goes. You know what I mean? Your 5060 is 8 days away. Nice. You're experimenting with a new Alienware 27QHD monitor. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was cool, Epic. I mean, being able to completely bypass capture cards, that's great, man. That gives you great options. Epic, does that work then remote? Say, for example, if I were to say, Gibbo, send me your feed, could he do the same through his OBS and send that feed directly to me? Would that work? This is the first time ever there's no problems and everything's running nice and smooth. Things are bound to go belly up. This is not a normal state of affairs. Oh no, I agree. When things are going well, there is an ambush on the way. Yeah, I agree. You can stream to public IPs on NDI. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you'd need a VPN. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, VPN would work. It would have latency though. You use NDI everywhere? Nice. Yeah, something bound to go boom. I thought that was interesting though, like Windows. Your task manager, right? Again, if I go back into performance, GPU temperature 28 degrees. That's saying that the temperature of the GPU is 28 degrees. Let that be a warning to everyone. Do not use Windows friggin' Task Manager to give you an accurate representation of what your hardware is actually doing. Because in comparison, CPU is actually pretty accurate. In comparison, the GPU temperature is 62 degrees. Right? And you can see the fan speeds here, like they're not on full at all. But 50%, it's not loud in here. Right? The board draw is 700 or 320, 30 watts. The chip is only pulling in about 120. PCI 12.1, it's a 12 volt connector. Our power 16 pin, 250, not worried about that. GPU voltage just over 1. And then our CPU temperature is 62. System use and memory, you know. Tail scale is excellent. Actually, Murph, might be worth putting it up on the VPS. Oh yeah, I use tail scale here for, I don't know how it works, Gibbo. I'm using tail scale. I know it's very easy for all my computers to talk to each other. They do so using tail scale. So yeah, maybe that's a good idea for the VPS, man. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So we've got a virtual server there. Ah, nice one. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, that's a great idea. Do you want to show the clock frequency? It's at 3000 or something. 3000 megahertz. It's on GPU Z as well. I use that quite a bit, Roy. Tail scale is top class. Used it loads when I was in Miami for 10 days. Yeah. Yeah, I use tail scale. I don't want to show you now, but everything connects to it, and it's technically a VPN because everything can talk to each other. I really like it. It's good. Okay, we're going to leave this VOR now, lads. So we're going to go outbound on the Dublin VOR. 0. So we're going to be outbound. 265, I would say. But wait, yeah, 265, 25, 26, 265. Okay, let's go heading. Right turn. That's actually more than 265, look. See what happens. Use it all together with the hardware info. Yeah, it's GPU-Z is very good. Like, I don't need to overclock stuff. I have no need to overclock stuff, but it gives you a good indication of what's happening with your system. You know what I mean? Right, that's the Dublin VOR complete. We're actually a little bit beside it. It's about a mile away. It's out there somewhere. Possibly. Over there, maybe. Are we landing at Kilo Delta Bravo November? Negative. We're landing at Kilo Papa X-Ray Echo. That's our stop. Because we're going for our $100 hamburger, but they also have cheap fuel up here, and we were reading about it that we can get complimentary hangarage for the night. There's no parking fees if we buy 10 gallons of fuel. They have a courtesy car, so we're going to ramble off into the town and we're going to get some hamburgers. Isn't it class? You can do. I think you need to reevaluate your flying. It's not just point to point. It doesn't always have to be, you know, the world landmarks. This sort of an adventure is always going to be fun. I mean, we're up against the weather. We have, say, Intentions helping us out with ATC. You know, we're in our plane. We're figuring out the fuel costs. Like, there's always something class to do. And like when it comes to the things like OnAir and even what we're looking at, what we're trying to do, building up an economy mode, these are all the things you can do. You know what I mean? Now, what's me heading here? 2728. 272. And that's our outbound radial. Yeah, I restarted my bush flight in Africa again. Yeah, it's awesome. It's point to point because I don't actually get to eat the burgers. Yeah. Stick something on quick. Or like, you know, go down to the shop and buy yourself a burger. You know, for realism and all that, you know what I mean? What are you doing eating burgers at 9 o'clock in the morning? Asher, listen, we flew in America. Right? Brilliant. Alright. This is very pretty though, isn't it? And it's just Georgia. I mean, look, you don't have much in, you know, by way of mountains or otherwise. Some beautiful scenery. This is all Kando's neck of the woods. He's got a really nice place to go flying, hasn't he? Absolutely gorgeous. It's very pretty. Like a power station, substation there. And again, we can track all this with our VFR maps. That's the beauty of all of this. Now. So yeah, if you wanted to try, I don't think I could live somewhere so flat. I don't know. Took possession of a Wing Boeing FMC and MCP yesterday. Ooh, nice one, Andrew. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, lads, if you want to try that windowed mode, see what way your performance goes. Again, Gibbo, I'm using Utter Science. I'm actually using that beta of OBS as well. They've changed some things. Well, it seems to be okay. So far, seems to be okay. You know? Where is this now? Bomb. Ba-da-dum. Oh, where is this one? Do. That could work. Bit of tunage. So what's the power station used only by Merv, right? Yes. 1,000 times yes. What was the career mode we're building up? It's like an economy mode. Oh, look at the cars down there, look. There's a lot of work going on in the background because we're looking at Firefly Air and what it can do and, you know, FS Hub and all that. How's this looking? We got a 9-knot wind, so need to see what we're doing. Murph has his line straight to Ardnacrusha, right? We're looking good. Man, this is pretty. This is pretty. Good to see you, Jamie. He says, how did you install this in 24? I dragged and dropped it. It says something about not being activated. Yeah, so there's a 2024 version of this aircraft now out there. So you need to make sure you got the 2024 version. Because it's all been updated and, you know. And all the stuff. Have a look, yeah. Let us know if you're stuck, Jamie. Sometimes you kind of need to activate it in 2020.
5 Romeo, Mike, contact Atlanta departure on 118.1.
What did he say? 118.1? Over to departure on 118.1 for November 235 Romeo Mike. November 8.1. Atlanta departure, November 235 Romeo Mike, 2,500 feet. Gibbo, that other thing I'm using, it'll drop the audio.
235 Romeo, Mike, Atlanta departure. Good morning, Dublin altimeter 30.12.
30.12, November 235 Romeo Mike. Good morning. So that app automatically dips your... It's real handy, man. Don't like paying for like stuff like that, but what can you do? It works. Auto ducking. Is that what they call it? Yeah. See? Music audio people know what that means. I'm just like, it turns down the sound when you need to do something. Yeah, it does auto ducking. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It's 18 quid though, but like, you know, it's handy. The scenery here is nice. Does this Piper offer anything over and above the Comanche? No. And I don't mean that in a bad way. The Comanche has more bells and whistles. However, you know, a potential advantage of flying the Tomahawk would be it's slower. It's more forgiving for training, right? I mean, you really need to manage that Comanche to get it done right, you know? Plus this thing can spin like an absolute divot altogether. It does have damage modeled. There is consequence. There's walk around, there's wear and tear. Similarities between this and the Comanche. Comanche uses AccuSim, so it has its own unique flight model, and nothing flies like the Comanche. You all know it. Anyone who owns the Comanche, nothing flies like that. It's so very, very unique. And it's kind of awesome in our flight sim hobby. We're now finding the aircraft that fly differently, because that's exactly how it is in the real world. They handle differently. They give you a different flying experience. You know what I mean? Roy says, Murph, do you have all settings in ridiculous mode? No. There's a couple of things that the sim just isn't optimized in some of the areas. So the things like, you know, your TLOD, objects LOD, there's an overkill whereby the sim just can't handle it can't even draw it, and your eyes won't really detect it. It's the same as going from ultra to high with some of the settings, because the sim just can't really do it. You know what I mean? Spitfire RAF 100. Good to see you. Hope you're well, man. So yeah, I mean, look, you can absolutely, you know, we're going to follow this road, look. You can absolutely crank up everything on the sim, but it doesn't fully like it. And even, like, I'm using, the resolution is like 3,400 and something or other. Like, it's not the 4,000 stuff. You kind of enter the point of diminishing returns. Having everything cranked up, the impact, it's not worth it, you know? This is jumping between 130 to 150 FPS. Like, that 5090 is singing at the moment. It depends on the aircraft, depends on the weather, depends on the world location, all of these things. You know. But you know, she's working. Keep an eye on this road here. Tunage. TAA or DLSS? I'm using DLSS on 2024. TAA back on Flight Sim 2020. It's amazing how the sims differ and where they can... You know what I mean? When I say my GPU sings, I mean coil whine. Oh dear. Nice crop circles, right? In the paddocks. It's pretty. Kill Burn, amazing flying, dude. The little plane that could. Like, I suppose in the real world, if I had the option, Tomahawk, I've been a Comanche all day, every day. I got flying a Comanche years ago, and it was just, yes, really nice plane. I said before, I say it again, the sim is taking me away. No, we're looking good. Gorgeous. One thing that bugs me about the Comanche is the mile per hour speed indicator. Oh yeah, you think you're booting it and then it's like, no, we're not. I love the Comanche. A2A just, we've only seen their first airplane in Microsoft Flight Sim. There's more coming, lads. There's more coming. You know, we talk about all the airliners coming in, which is great. The general aviation aircraft on the way, nuts. Ex-wife is singing this song with her band. Ooh. Right, we're aiming off the wind a bit. So let's head back down towards our destination. Please tell me they're going to do a 172. I haven't seen the 172, but there's other stuff. We know they're working on the Aerostar. And when that thing comes out, we're going off to watch American Made, and we're going to be flying out of Colombia. We just are. You know what I mean? Runway 36. Runway 36. Yeah, the 172 they made was awesome. And they did a 182 as well. A2A did, like, they've done amazing aircraft over the years. There's Blute. Alright, we're still under flight following. Airplane is ticking over nicely. $2,500 feet. About 100 knots indicated. Nice and easy. There's going to be some sort of an explode. Things are working the way they're intended. My streaming PC is at 8% at full pelt, pushing it to 2 destinations. Right? Like what? Wait till you see now tonight, it'll be a friggin' disaster. Jerky Jacko, good to see you. I did. 737 Max. I don't know. I mean, they do, PMDG do this, right? That's like, oh, we'll just put that there and see who knows is it. And then all of a sudden, yeah, this is coming. Should have been kept for Expo, but anyway. Yeah. I don't know. The iFly 737 Max to me is excellent. PMDG have colossal work to make me want to buy it. Colossal work. I do love PMDG products. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're very, very good, right? And like, they really delve into the intricate systems of them. And I can, you know, we saw from that picture, you know, they're going to include a cargo variant, right? But I don't know, man. When the iFly 7.3 came out, PMDG were like, we can't do the Max due to our professional customer side of things. That's what they said, yeah. It's like, what? Looking forward to their 747? Yeah. And I think, I mean, that's what they really need to push. They need to push that because first in, right? You get your product to marketplace first. Huge advantage. Yeah, I think so, Sid. Won't be buying the Max. Yeah. I mean, no, you have it in, you have it from iFly. I mean, that's an incredible airplane. You know, it's incredible. Sounds, systems, flight handling, you know, no need for a second. I agree. Same with the 777. Do you know the 777-300 we flew yesterday? Nah, not great. The freighter, much better. Dougal McTavish, the chairman. Good to see you, Dougal. Happy Friday. Hope you're well, buddy. There's so many 7.4 variants, though. Yeah. All right. Did I mention it's Friday? Come on, we'll just start drinking now or something. Someone make a barbecue. Deadly. Where there's a naughty, there's a Dougal. Alright, we're not too far out here. Your dog's sitting, you can't drink. Oh no, don't giggle. You know we're all shaking our heads up and down to the beat. Yes, we are. Still does it, man. It's still got it. Higher, Roger. Any higher, only dogs will hear it. Jazz, Master Jazz, thank you for the follow. Wayne's World in a Skoda, right? Yeah, right. The Murphmobile. What was that car? Like a Gremlin or something it was called? Garrett's car? We had a Toyota Starlet. Well, I didn't have one, but you know, that was our equivalent to that machine, you know. AMC Gremlin. There you go, Tomcat. An AMC Gremlin. What were they thinking? They were like rocket ships, though, weren't they? All right, we're not far. At what stage now? I don't know where we're flying. We'll probably have to talk to CTAF, I'd say. You know? One, 2, 3, 825. One, 2, 3, 825.
November 235, Romeo, Mike, Perry, Houston Airport at your 12 o'clock, 14 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR.
Change to advisory approved. Radar services terminated. We're going to squawk VFR and we will go to advisory. Thank you for all your help today. November 235, Romeo Mike. Say intentions on the absolute ball today, lads.
November
Perfect.
235 Romeo, Mike Roger, radar services terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Roger. All right, 123825.
Automated weather is currently out of service.
I want balls. I turned into the wrong frequency.
Perry Houston County Airport. Automated weather observation.
Now that's cool that it's
Automated
telling us that the
weather
weather
is currently
observation is out of service because it actually says that on the NOTAMs.
Perry Houston
How cool
County
is that?
Airport. Automated weather
122725.
Automated weather is currently out of service. Perry Houston County Airport. Automated weather observation.
There we go. Met a girl recently, she told me it'd be a while since her last. I said, darling, don't worry. I don't mind a bit of nerve. Wait, what? Your dad had one? No way. Yeah, we got clouds ahead, man. This is going to be interesting. They can do wheelies. Wait, what? Perry traffic, November 235 Romeo Mike. We're at Piper PA 38 Tomahawk, inbound from the east. We're going to be landing on runway 36 Perry. Alrighty then. It's 14 miles out. Bit of clouds here we need to navigate around. They'll probably end an engineer option like with the DC-6. Yeah, that'd be cool. Alright, we're on a fairly decent heading here. We'll head out over Perry, look down to see if we can find that restaurant. Tazzy, good to see you, bud. Yeah, we're tired, but good, man. I was up till 5 o'clock this morning fixing things. They appear to be fixed. At least for now. Yeah, we're still smooth, man. It's still working. Like a big old factory just ahead, look. Alright, 2,500 feet. We'll just meander our way this way. That'll do her. We're in the clouds and we shouldn't be. We're trying to just dodge some of the heavy cloud. Gotta love technology. Alright, so the town is over on our right hand side. The prop animations are lovely, aren't they? I don't think we have photogrammetry, but sure, listen. We'll see how we get on. Tony not spending me 4 hours realigning sceneries for X-Plane. Voicey, good to see you. The tunes, man, the tunes. Man, look at the size of this. A huge distribution centre or something. Look. Bloody hell. Like Walmart. It's huge. Looking forward now to me burger. This is going to be class. Wonder why PMDG never touched the classic 7.3s? Dunno. IXEG made a cracker over an X-Plane. Of a 7.3 classic. And FlyJ Sim made one as well, with the old narrow engines. Really great airplanes. Perry traffic, November 235 Romeo Mike, Piper Tomahawk. We're going to be entering on a right base for a full stop on runway 36, Perry. Next plane has classic jets. Yeah, some nice ones there. Yeah, 100%, man. Still need to look into that 747. And I still don't know what I'm going to fly for our little cross the pond expedition in about a month's time. Less than a month now. Right, but there's the town over there. I suppose we can probably ramble in a little bit to see. Because I'm mad to see where our little restaurant's going to be. You know what I mean? Right now, what's that ahead of us? Jesus, there is photogrammetry here, is there? There is, look. Ah, brilliant. There's also a lot of clouds, Murphy. You know? I don't know, Naughty. I don't know. I'm half thinking X-Plane. Because 80-odd% or 90-odd% of our flying is going to be done over the ocean, right? We'll see. We will have to see. Wait, is that an airport? Looks like our airport. This is kind of nice, look. Alright, autopilot. I have control. Let's dip down the nose here a little bit. We'll start descending. Make sure. Pump. Perry traffic, you have a Tomahawk entering right base for runway 36, full stop, Perry. I have control. I've heard that before. Many times. There's Vulcan ahead of us, looking good, man. 100 knots. Sometimes it was even through. Sometimes. Alright. There's the highway. There's the airport. Man, it's challenging with the weather, and the reason why it's like that, I mean, if we were to go to live time right now, we're not actually on live time. Let's bring it back to live time. Boom. That's where you have kind of the morning misty stuff, you know what I mean?
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Let's see what happens. Perry traffic, November 235 Romeo Mike, turning final for runway 36, full stop, Perry. Ah, Kondo is here, you absolute ledge. Look at that, 36 months. Kondo, we're flying your neck of the woods. We're coming down here to Perry Airport. Perry, Houston. And we took off out of Augusta once again. I love flying out here, man. It's freaking gorgeous. And I was reading up in this airport, they give you complimentary, you know, hangarage overnight if you buy fuel. They also have the cheapest fuel in the region. And they have a courtesy car that we can take down for some burgers. So it's all happening now. As I do a terribly lazy right turn heading in. Well, I hope you're well, mate. I've been watching you doing some fishing. Glad you enjoy it. Lots of cool little airports around, dude. It's awesome. There's loads of them. Scenery is doing weird things. Perry, November 235 Romeo Mike, Piper Tomahawk, 3 mile final, runway 36, full stop, Perry. Little fly-in fish and chips, or fish trips. Fly-in fish trips, right? Why did I say fish and chips? Just I wouldn't mind fish and chips. You know, obviously no fish. The chips part I like. Jeez, this is a nice little place. Look at this, lads. It's accurate. They told us warning there was trees on our left and right approaching. Alright, let's bring this power down. We're a little bit high, but we're going to fix that. Lots of flaps coming in. Mind the power lines. Easy now. Fish trip, land on the lake with a water plane. Wait till fish get unscared. Open doors and fish from the plane. Nice. Nice. Alright, watch your speed here. Second notch. There we go. All sorts of drag happening. And this is a default airport, so I wonder is there any scenery for this place? Easy. Little bit of a crosswind. Easy now. Wonder where the FBO is. I imagine it's over there. Alright. Just before our touchdown zone. Oh, Jesus. Hold the nose. Keep holding. Bleed the speed. There's our touchdown. Alright. Welcome to Perry. Those flaps in. And we'll exit up here. It's like 25 degrees here. Got the window open. And Perry traffic, November 235 Romeo Mike, Piper Tomahawk, we're clear the runway vacating onto the taxiway up for the FBO, Perry. Alright. Now, we'll hang a left. There's Vulcan down the road. That was a really nice flight, wasn't it? Jesus, lads, beautiful. I mean, it's a default airport, but I mean, it's still nice, man. It's still nice to ramble into these places, isn't it? Man, look at that starship there. Bloody hell, it's a great looking plane, isn't it? Just bought FS Audio, what a game changer. Which one? FS Audio? Is that the one I was looking at? Or is that something different? We'll go to the next one. That's Tarnish, yeah. Join FS is working well, Tarnish. Yeah, the one I have, yeah, sorry, it's good, isn't it? FS RAC, it's very good. There's our courtesy car over there, look, the little white van. Brilliant. Something like that will do it. Back brake on. And we can start bringing our systems down. So, squawk. Off you go. Stand by. Let's go back. Landing light off. And mixture. Alright. Fuel off. Key secured. Park and brake on. Mixture cut. Lights off. Lights off. Lights off. And battery. Beautiful. All right. Oh, throw some chocks in there as well. Beautiful. Where's this now? The thing does quietening other sounds when chatter is on. Yeah, yeah. Well, your sim. It dials down your sim. That's what she does. Are things still butterly smooth? I think so. I don't know, are we getting... I don't tell me them feckin' jittery stuff are back, or it's not just in me head. It could be in me head. Is that kind of half jittery, lads? However, you can see a passenger in there, right? Just a little bit, a tiny bit. If you have to look hard to see and you're not sure you're imagining it or not, don't worry about it. Very slight. Yeah, what the hell, man? So hang on, that was all supposed to be sorted. Because that's what was upsetting the thing yesterday, right? I'm sure you can say it's fine, but for me, it ain't fine. Not at all. Because what happens is, right, a fast moving aircraft, you're going to really see it. Then again, I think it's the sim more so than we capture. Yeah, it's actually the sim. Never mind. Bloody hell. I was terribly worried. Okay, good to see you. Has Xbox still got issues with the sim? Yeah, I think so. No, that appears to be the sim, because it's looking at my screen as well. It's a little bit jittery. It's probably the high frame rate. Like, how I'll know if I do this sort of crack, right? This sort of crack, and if it's relatively smooth there, which it is, because we're not looking at scenery, that's how we know. That's smooth. Right, okay, grand. It's the sim. It's the sim. Right, what did we say we're doing? Oh yeah, we're getting we're gonna get some fuel, get some burgers, and then see what happens. Check your 1% FPS low. It's not FPS, man. I mean, I'm getting 30 frames here on the ground, you know? Sim Update 3, yes, but the only issue with Sim Update 3 is you'd lose the ability for multiplayer, and I just don't want that. Just don't want that. You know, frame time's more than FPS. Agreed. Forget about your frames. It's your frame time. That's what you're after. That was very enjoyable. What time are we, lads? Doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo. Okay, I probably don't have the time to make it back on this one. We'll see. Series X is working well. Derek, really? I don't know. I just think, like, yeah, the sim on Xbox needs a lot of work. That's what I think. But sure, depends. It depends on what your use are, or maybe you're lucky. Maybe you're lucky. You know what I mean? Yeah, this airport, pretty cool, right? KPXE. Is there any scenery for this? KPXE, Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Do you know what I need to look at? You know the real world taxiways? Are they working on Flight Sim 24? They are? Because they're a black square product. Compatible with. Do you know like the real taxiway stuff? Has anyone tried them? Now, they mainly work at default airports, yeah? Time for bed. 98 Vulcan, take it easy. Are passengers visible in the Tomahawk? Yeah, you can press the buttons to appear them. Malky Mac, get some burgers, buddy. Yeah, it is a bit pricey, isn't it? And there's no doubt they're better. Like even they do the markings as well, you know. I've used something similar in 2020. They work well. Yeah, I've done a lot of tweaks to DNS and IP setup. I also increased rolling cache to 150 gig, and stutters are now completely gone for me. Ooh, nice, man, nice. 400 meg fiber internet. That's really good, man. Great news that you got it working so well on Xbox, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know, like real taxiways USA. It's more USA I want. Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually. Do they work on, do they work in 24 is the question. And they have military ones? Look at that. There's just a whole load of signage. Fly Southeast Asia service are not as crowded. Yeah, 100%. We do the same. Trying to think, like, the best visual add-ons you can get for Microsoft Flight Sim. You know, when we talk about, would it be scenery or tools? Flight save. You gotta be careful with Sim Market. Like, they put some awful shit up here. Like, some of this stuff should not be for sale at all. Some of it's quite good, but others is ridiculous. Model Match Pro. Here's a guy with a big friggin' AI screen. Over the last 5 years, I've been building model matching scripts to help the community improve their model matching within the world of VATSIM when using Microsoft Flight Sim. The model matching rules VMware file has taken years of tweaking and refining, but the freeware one I created some time ago has become outdated. So he's now selling this for 15 quid. For a VMware file? No. 5-star reviews, you know, by one person. You know what I mean? Scenery. It's more like scenery add-ons. Like, some of the stuff over here is absolutely terrible. Terrible. And then some of it is really good. Do you know what I mean? Where do you even start? Because, like, to do all, like, the lighting stuff, right? Modifications, now you're talking. So Seasons by your man Bijan, that's pretty good. That Powerline stuff, the Orbex release is crap. Global Trees, Tabret, Coastline Trees, Clear Global. Tabret, like, you know what I mean? They make some man stuff. But the FS Labs A321 be released on Marketplace? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, lots of money grabs out here. Global Railways tree clear. Come on, tablet. Jesus. Weather Preset Pro version 2. Okay. Icebergs. That's it. I don't got much. What about flightsim.to? Seasons Enhanced. This is pretty good. I've used that. You know, like, just buy this. What are we looking for? I don't know yet. We'll have a look. Add-ons. Others. New releases, aircraft enhancements. It's more airport, isn't it? All categories. Let's jump in here and have a look. Try to stick with just 1 to 2 aftermarket marketplace stuff. Yeah, you forget. Some X-Plane scenery is copies from the Gateway project. Some X-Plane scenery are copies from the Gateway project. I would say it's the other way around, Sunjammer. No? Seasons is good. Tidies up photogrammetry. Yeah, 100%. Toolbar pushback, map enhancement. Danger. Alright, aircraft miscellaneous. Model matching. User content. Utilities. Tweaks maybe? Where's all the scenery stuff? Scenery map, trending releases, general aviation airports, search by country, search if it's only in flights in 24. Like, there are some cracking sceneries over on flightsim.to. Like, savage stuff. But I don't think we have what I'm looking for, which is Perry Houston. KPXE? Nah. Right, what tweaks are available? Recent Iraq Italian VRP, improved cabin window textures, static startup screen. That's not bad. Alternative, okay. Nameplate custom color. Well, saw that in action actually. Yeah, that's not good. Microsoft Flight Sim Boost, wrapping toolbar, clean sunshades for the A380. Disable helipad and heliport POIs. Magic Eye loading screen. What? Some interesting stuff for sure. New Zealand themed starter videos, intros. No more handlebars. I use that. That's awesome. Rex Atmos. Clean windows. Weather presets. Hey, is that what we're up against? Let's look at the most downloaded. The map enhancement, Floyd's Epic Clouds, they were really good. The no handlebar, yeah, that's good. Another ground marking fix. Subtle taxi ribbon, FBS. A320, better taxiway marker. You'll probably find a lot of this stuff is free now. Speaking of intro vids, how's that TTM one going? Oh, Jesus. I need to work on... I have lots of work to do with videos and stuff. Better toolbar. Airport markings enhancement. The handlebar mod. I do actually have that. Let's look at this one. Very simple enhanced airport ground textures. It's mainly for defaults, you know what I mean? Too bright taxiway light fix. Realistic weather presets. I turned off all the Logitech stuff. Parsons cache and shader removal tool. There's a whole lot of weather presets. Editing takes so much work. I mean, the intro video is fine. It needs a couple of updates here and there. Electronic flight bag mod. Nameplate mod. Cockpit view, Captain Sim, Halloween creepy weather preset. Where do you even start though? Do you know what I mean? SPAD stuff. Draw distance correction. Aircraft ASI and knots. Oh, that could be handy. Lead ballooner, so far so good. Ready to fly button skipper. There's a lot of stuff on this, man. New Zealand weather presets. Jesus. Mouse evader enhanced logbook. Mouse evader. I remember that, the community nameplates. Yeah, it's all kind of old stuff. This airport marking stuff. It's just textures, they don't do anything. Default. Oh, they just changed the runways, I suppose. I don't know, some of the textures look a bit weird though, don't they? By the way, anyone seen anything about Miltex U2? Seems to go worryingly quiet. Nah, they're working on it. Did you hear about the Google leak advising everyone to change their password? Over 16 billion passwords leaked across Facebook, Apple and them. Oh, Jesus. You serious? Instantly start changing everything.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Right? Yeah, different time. Yeah, that's interesting. By the way, lads. Boom shakalaka boom boom. We have a brand new t-shirt for sale. It's fine. Totally fine. Isn't that just like the coolest thing you've ever seen? And only aviators are going to get that. Only aviators are going to understand what that actually means. It's a brand new t-shirt. If you want to pick it up, shameless plug for merchandise, right? You too can complete the look. You too can look the aegis, right? They're for sale right now over on twotonemurphy.com. I wore one of the t-shirts the day before yesterday, and there's a very small number of designs, and these are like, when they're gone, right? How these work, they're on the website for a certain period of time. When you order them, we add that to the order, then we take them off the website, and then that's it, they're done. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Totally fine. I mean, just look how happy Malky is wearing it. You know what I mean? Will you have a Hawaiian print line of merch? Maybe. But you get the idea. Only aviators will get that though. They'll be like, what's wrong with your shirt? Or the aviator will go, I see what you did there. See what you did there. Yeah? So, as I said, it's limited time only if you're interested, because we were asked, Murph, will you do t-shirts? Will you do clothing? We haven't done clothing in ages. So we do have a bit of clothing up on the website right now. That's the newest edition that you're seeing. It's fine. Totally fine. That's available right now. If you go over to our store page, you'll see all the stuff there. I wore this one the other day. It's all fun and games till the landing gear doesn't come down. And you can see it, right? And there's Pascal, and you know, right? I complete the look, you know. And there's Cornelius and Sandra. Yeah, Pascal's a good lad. He's 100%. He's 100%. They're nice t-shirts though, and they're different. And again, you're saying it's all fun and games till the landing gear doesn't come down. If you look at the picture, there is no landing gear on the left side. Well, the right side, but you know what I mean, yeah? Brilliant. And there's Seamus in his gaming station, right? Are we getting merch that talks about the fuel door? No. We probably will. But you guys are asking about t-shirts. That's why they're available, but they're only like, this is like, you know, very limited time, because like it's not something that is stocked. So we want to get like an order in, say, right, okay, these are the total amount of t-shirts that we need, these are the sizes, and then we go off and we get them. You know what I mean? Black Square Development wrote on the 14th of May, they will not only be 2020, there will not only be a 24 compatible version with updated airport data, but also marketplace versions for both sims. Ah, right, okay. Just got the fun and games version. Come on in a box, man. Cyrus, good to see you. Yeah, certainly we'll have a look at the Cyrus, yeah. You may, yeah, we saw this, the one that you wanted. Yeah. Yeah, we'll look into it, man. We'll look into it. I remember seeing that, actually. Yeah. But anyway, as I said, if you want them, they're available now. They won't be there forever because we want to get the orders done. So, what are we now? June? These will be gone by July, I'd say. You know? Which version of the sim do the t-shirts work with? All versions of the sim, yes. Skoda Crocs would be nice, right? Yeah. But again, like, there's a couple of more designs on the way. And yeah, Cyrus, we'll have a look, dude, 100%. But as I say, only an aviator kind of gets this stuff. More importantly, only a simmer gets this kind of stuff, right? Do you know what I mean? Because someone will look at that and go, what does that mean? But the pilot in you will instantly go, oh Jesus, it's not fine. So the plane is upside down, look. The blue bit should be on the top. That represents the sky. The brown bit should be on the bottom. That represents the planet Earth. Right? So it's not fine. You're inverted, man. Inverted. Looks fine to Cyrus? And then, yeah, we have our All Fun and Games t-shirt as well. There's a few of them. There's a couple of more coming in. So, yeah. Standard Murph flying. Indeed, lads. Indeed. So, yeah, let us know how you get on. They're there. They're shipping and all that jazz. And to tell you more about them, twotonemurphy.com/store is where you can grab that stuff. So, yeah. Complete the look, man. Complete the look. So, what time are we there now? 2:20. We're early-ish, but I'm going to do some more... I'm going to be tinkering anyway. That was just a great flight. I really enjoyed that. And the whole idea is, like, where we're parked. Jesus. Where we're parked, it's an FBO, right? I'm glad you explained that one for simple old me who wasn't getting it. Not at all. That's what I'm telling you. You'll catch the little things, you know. I don't know where we go with the Tomahawk on the way home. This is definitely a flight we'll pick up next week, right? And well, there's other stuff that I want to be doing here as well. When it comes to OnAir company, because this is where like the career mode element comes into it. And there's other stuff on the there's other stuff on the way as well when it comes to the career mode stuff. Log in there now, you big idiot. Loading airports. Who's that? Kilburn, you absolute mad lad. So Jesus. So this is the world we started the other day. Crash logistics, look. Enter world. Loading crash logistics. Have you used OnAir before, lads? It's something I have a feeling I'm going to absolutely delve into. Why isn't that full screen mode? Oh, it doesn't like it. Okay. Onboarding. Alright. So, Murph, we're still in the onboarding mode, so we can kind of just mess around and have a bit of fun with this. Yeah? Because the whole idea is you want to be building up money. The type of jobs: charters, regular routes, virtual airline, tours, they're all there. Cash flow. So we got a bit of money in already for the couple of flights we've done. Live map will show you everyone flying with OnAir and the other aircraft that are available in it. Emails? Nope. Flight logs? Yes. So we did a helo flight. We had 2 flights in our Cessna 172. That was freelance flights, right? Ranks, not yet. Preferences, our home airport, that's all there. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Is that your aircon we can hear when you talk? Not loud, just curious. Yes. How about now, Dougal? Have I fixed it? But it probably was my aircon, yes. It's 1,000 degrees in Ireland right now. Alright? Yeah, it could have been the aircon just bellowing in me door there. You know. I've used NeoFly before. I guess it's similar. That sorted it. Yeah, there's like, the aircon has to be on. Not all the time though, I mean, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, it gets friggin' hot. Thought it was the sim in the background. Yeah. No, we can make it look realistic. Make it sound realistic too. No, I think yeah, NeoFly and A Pilot's Life and all that kind of stuff, I've always liked OnAir. I kind of like the layout of it. Sorta. I have to get my head around it, of course. But look, you can apply for a regular route, choose an airline to fly for and select a route, or you can pick a charter job and take off. A job involves multiple legs that must be flown successfully. You can browse the jobs. Aircraft and departure. So it's detected that I'm at this airport, Perry Houston, and it knows that I'm in a Tomahawk, right? Center in on the map. Should get an indication of where we are. KPXE. We're in here somewhere. Now it should. That's not right. That's the Air Force base out the road. Look, Jesus. That's where we are. We're down the road here. So we're literally parked up here at the fuel ramp. That's where we are at the moment. Show other airports. Why isn't it showing me plane? Look, that's weird. Aerial view, physical view, map data not available. Map data not available. Road view, terrain base, or topographic. All right. So we can do cargo or passenger charter, sightseeing, get a job from your current location to go back to your base. So this could be just a return leg. And what they pay us for this? Gathering data. Let's see what this says. This could be interesting. Return to base. Yeah, they're going to pay us $2.5 to get back there. Nice. You get 215 XP. Tiny bit of cargo. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can actually get a mission back to your home base. We're going to be doing that anyway, but I won't have time today because I have to go out and do shopping and stuff. But yeah, lads, if you like OnAir, what was that email I got? Yeah, I was talking to OnAir, so I have a couple of keys that'll give you 15 days access, right? You might say, wow, 15 days access. Yes, but just to explain what OnAir is, right? OnAir company, right? Subscriptions, right? And here's the thing. You might say to yourself, oh, mother of Jesus. Hear me out. 1 month access is $9.90 a month. Don't do that. If you go for 12 or 24 months, right, it's the price of a cup of coffee a month. Okay, you have to pay for it up front, I think. Yeah, it's like billed every 24 months. Or billed every, 12 months. But the idea behind this is, lads, it gives you access then to everything that OnAir has. I nearly said OnAir. OnAir has, right? I'm not here to sell it to you. I'm just saying it's that sort of flight that we've done today. I mean, that's an element of what you can do. It's kind of like, role playing the thing, Let Balloona says, any chance of a morning tutorial about getting set up on Firefly Air to do missions? Yeah, 100% we'll look at it. 100% Let Balloona. You can also get a 7-day free trial if you want to try it out. So maybe do your free trial and then, you can see the different modes. So they do like these worlds in which you operate in. You can fly charter jobs, cargo, rescue, sightseeing. You earn XP credits and boost your aircraft rank as you fly. You can fly scheduled routes, jobs based on real-world airline routes, so they put them in there. Gain experience, improve your aircraft rank, and unlock pay bonuses, and then join a virtual airline. And the reason why Firefly Air isn't over there is because, well, it's pay to entry. Yeah, there's a cost to entry. That's why we've looked at this before. We were going to use this as an economy mode, but your users have to pay. That's not a good option. I'm sure a lot of folks will be okay paying, but I don't want to make that, hey, come fly with us, but you need to pay. You know, and it's going to someone else, right? Anyway, manage your own airline, build, expand, and optimize. You can manage employees, your aircraft operations. You can see all the stuff that it can do, yeah? Deploy a base camp anywhere to create a shared airport, and so on and so forth. So you can have a look at it. I'm liking it. I think it's quite good. It is a career mode. It's an expansion. It's a career mode. I like it. You know, I haven't done an awful lot with it yet, but what I have looked at, I like. You know, I think it's quite good. But yeah, that's weird looking. Their website is shagged. Look at that. There's a full wiki there of how everything works, you know. If you want to know how to do missions with our own airline, right? Air economy, that's just why. If you go into the ad hoc missions, right? So you log into your crew portal on Firefly Air. This is our own virtual airline. Go to ad hoc missions. What it says here is, you know, fly extreme runners from here to here. Go in and click on it. So Firefly Air Tours need you to fly extreme runners from John Wayne down to Orange County, down to Mariposa. Optional downloads will be the scenery. Okay, so here's a mission. You need to go from here to there. All right. If you take this ad hoc mission, all you need to do, load into your departure airport, turn on LRM, your landing rate monitor, go fly it. That's all you do. That's all you need to do. So it's a mission. Yeah. And ad hoc missions pay out massive XP points. That's why they're there. Yeah. So the Limbics is doing one there at the moment, or it's assigned to him. And you see when it expires, check the expiry date, because they're constantly changing. There's constantly different missions there. This is huge. That was built in. You know, here's a regional ops Iberian Peninsula. Firefly Air going to try some regional operations, primarily based on the Iberian Peninsula. Let's see what sort of loads that we get. Depart Asturias at 1200 Spanish local time, heading over to Manizales. There's a flight, right? And you see the other ones, like there's heliops, there's loads of stuff. Heliops here, Hawaii golf trip, right? Where's that one now? There's loads. Bush flying, super long haul. Vancouver to Heathrow. Pays 1,000 XP though. VFR Duxford. Depart Duxford with an elderly couple on a sightseeing trip to land at Duxford. Right? So, a wet lease. South Africa fly. Nice. Military logistics. UK transport. We received an urgent task to transport fuel from Leeming Air Base down to Whiten Air Base. Time is of the essence. Please expedite your preparations and take off as swiftly as possible. So there's a military contract that you can do. And it pays out. As I say, they all pay out experience points. But it was to give you something to do. I mean, that was the idea, yeah? That was the idea. OnAir has some missions, though. Oh, yeah. If you have locations, i.e. you're playing and you are somewhere, which I like, but if I want to fly where ATC is, it's annoying. Ah, gotcha. Okay. But like, they're the options that we have on our current Firefly Air. There's other stuff we're looking at as well, though. There's like an economy mode, and there's other stuff we're looking at. Because I do love, you know, the amount of deliveries and stuff that we have. It's awesome seeing folks fly with Firefly Air. It really, really is. And there's a lot of you there, right? I mean, look, we're 900 pilots almost. That's incredible. Almost 180,000 flights. It's unbelievable, lads. Absolutely unbelievable. So, yeah, that's all the jazz there when it comes to Firefly Air, you know? And there's other stuff, as I said, we're you know, there's other stuff going on in the background. There's a massive thing we're working on at the moment. when it comes to virtual airline stuff. It just needs time for testing and need to evaluate it, build it, and all this kind of stuff. So, Viper Strike doing a third of them, right? But, right, that'll do for DeSalvo. We'll be back this evening, lads. We're going to be back in the G111. We continue on down the Aegean, down to the Mediterranean. Looking forward to that. And a couple of pints now. It's a Friday night and all the jazz. We'll have the music rocking. Songs like My Lovely Horse and The Blind Harpoonist. Loads of stuff happening. So, yeah, I want to say a massive thanks for all your help. Helped me sort out the frame rated stuff. I hope, it looks smooth. Problems resolved. Anyway, we're back a little bit later on, so yeah, see you all in the PM. Great day indeed, Hermit. We'll see you soon. And yeah, guys, thanks so much for all the support, all the follows, the subscribes, the likes. Yeah, you better do some work. If you're working today, now is the time, because you're almost finished. It's almost home time. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, right. We'll see you all now in a little bit. Have a good afternoon. And geez, I sound like Joe Duffy there. Good afternoon. Have a good afternoon, and we'll see you in a couple of hours. How many hours? 5 hours. About 5 hours, right? Right. Good luck to you. Microsoft, it's Murph. Someone clip this, if you can. Do you hear the sounds? I've been blaming aircraft developers. Asobo or Microsoft need to fix this. Do you hear the noise? Outside the plane? You just need to fix that, lads. It's the... We're doing a thing, right? We're almost supersonic. Well, we're only at 400 knots. That was the most cinematic anticlimax ever. Yeah, but hang on, give it time. We're doing it. Ah, you're gonna miss the ground, you big ape. Hang on. Bank angle. Just put it in the ground, Murph. Stop showing off. Because it does have crash physics. Watch. This'll surely blow up. All is well in the realm. I promise you can make... Oh, there it is. It landed like a dart. And now it's fine again. Yeah, we broke the plane. We absolutely broke the plane. Yes. Right, the last thing I want to... It's usually the best... It's the best way to do things. You know what I mean? Usually the best way to do things is, no matter what sort of a day you're having, just come in and just have a bit of a slag with me, you know?